Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Warthog, Soviet Global Command 15.3. Okay, first order of business is damage repair. You remember there was damage to the major army base in southern Caucasia, the major army base, the minor air base in Israel, and the two mobile ICBMs up there in whatever that was called. It's a total of 15 damage that the Soviets have paid off with battle stars. So that's taken care of. Tech, the Soviets are down to just two major army bases and their free roll from Far East Command. So, advanced logistics, advanced SLBM, and SDI. Nothing. Everybody missed. Okay, that's that. There's no global operations. We do have to do one thing up here. The Soviets do, since, I don't remember, it's 2 or 3, I think it's 2. Since 2 of their surrender zones are enemy occupied, they are auto-released for counter value. And the Red October escaped from Murmansk, so he runs over here to N1. That's his deployment move. Okay, and yeah. And then they are, as I said, released for counter value. You remember the nuclear strategic bomber gets to do 1 launch on warning final mission, and we have a launch on warning final mission from this destroyed missile silo. And then, of course, the mobile ICBMs have been repaired, so they're back in action and able to fire. We'll get to that in a bit, though. Right now, we're on purchase. So, the Soviets are spending 48 on 4 next-gen MBTs, 4 fighters, and 2 paramilitary. Then they are spending 26 on 2 next-gen MBTs, 4 early-gen fighters, and 2 paramilitary. 4 on 2 more paramilitary, 3 on a light infantry, and 14 on a pair of mechs and 2 early-gen fighters. That's the purchase. Okay, now strategic nuclear attack phase. Okay, so we have 3 ICBMs, 2 mobile and 1 from a silo that are being shot. 1 ICBM is targeting the American-possessed minor army base in Afghanistan. Another is going after the joint air base in Marmara again. The 3rd ICBM is once again targeting the American nuclear air base in Great Lakes. Then the Red October is firing its SLBM from N1. So there's 1, 2 to go into the bar. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. And their target is New York City. And then the strategic nuclear bomber, 1, 2, 3 for the Arctic. 3, 4, GW85, plenty of range, to come over here and drop a gravity bomb on Chicago. And then the major air base at Moscow fires a strategic nuclear cruise missile 1-2 at the American-possessed minor air base in Belarus. There really isn't any strategic or tactical reason behind that attack. It's just being done out of spite. And I believe that's it for the strategic nuclear attacks. So let's do Afghanistan first. Let me look at this again to refresh my memory some more, to make sure I get this right. There's what I'm looking for. Okay, the ICBMs are 1 die. The nuclear cruise missile is 2. The gravity bomb is 2. And the SLBM will be defended with 2 dice. Okay, so everything's 2 except the ICBM. So we'll do Afghanistan first. Nuclear defense. That's a miss. So here comes that nasty old ICBM. And that is 11 damage. And I believe max damage on a minor army base is 10. Yep, it is. So that's a mushroom cloud. Minor army base in Afghanistan is destroyed. And that's +2 to fallout. Takes that up to 29. Okay, next up, the Joint Air Base in Marmara. Again, that's 1 defense die. That is a miss. Here comes that old ICBM again. 13. And max damage on max damage on a major airbase is 14. So it was not destroyed. It's been hit hard, but it is not destroyed. It's just going to be very expensive to repair. Okay, 14 damage on that. Next up, we have the nuclear air base in Great Lakes. Also a miss. Here comes that ugly old ICBM again. 10, 13. Again, not enough to destroy it. Just enough to annoy the Americans so that you can be sure they're going to repair the damage and strike at you from it again. Okay, now we're going to have an SLBM fired at New York City. So that's going to be 2 strategic defense dice, 1 free die, and 1 because, oh no, on the SLBM it's 1 for advanced sonar and 1 for AMD. On the nuclear gravity bomb, it's a free die and then one for Top Gun, I believe. Okay, there's a 2. The SLBM is shot down. New York City is saved. And then the gravity bomb dropped on Chicago. Well, there's another 2. Chicago is saved. Pull those away. Swing and a miss by the Soviets. Okay, the nuclear strategic bomber did its final mission, so it is now done for. Okay, that's it for strategic attack phase, yes. So now we go to combat movement. Not going to be a lot. The diesel boat here in I-6 is going to come off silent running. 1-2 down here. It's going to try to kill the tanker in I-4 if it can survive the ASW from NATO, because Djibouti is still active, so that guy's been out there all by himself the whole game. All right, then the attack bomber from Baghdad is going to take off and fly 1-2, actually 1, to Basra. It's going to shoot a nuclear cruise missile into I-6 to target those oil tankers. Try and maybe take 3 of them out. Get some bonus money. Then the strategic bomber and the backfire from Baghdad fly over here to Tabriz. They each shoot 2 cruise missiles, 1-2, into Afghanistan in a surgical strike. The theater missiles, and they're going to do the same attacks as last time. Well, kind of, sort of. The one in Southern Caucasia, 1, 2, 3, 4, fired at the minor army base in New Delhi. The one in Tabriz, 1, 2, 3, 4, fired at the minor army base in New Delhi. North Pakistan was the first one, then New Delhi. Over here in the Black Sea, the Soviet SSN is going to come up to missile launch depth, come off silent running, and he is shooting a pair of nuclear anti-ship missiles into M10. Oh wait, he can't do that. Those are Soviets. He can't shoot, or those are NATO. He can't shoot nuclear anti-ship missiles at them. So he's shooting conventional anti-ship missiles at NATO in M10 with spy satellites, so he gets target select. And I think that is it for combat movement. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for combat movement. Okay, so we will do the theater missiles first. North Pakistan. That missile is shot down. New Delhi. That missile is also shot down. Whew. They're on it in South Asia. We will have the nuclear anti-ship missile in I-6. So there's no defense there. And no hits. No. They tried something. Didn't work, but they tried. Okay, now we'll have the 2 anti-ship missiles in M10. There is a cruiser there and an ASF, so there's two AMD shots by NATO. One of the missiles is shot down. The other one does get a hit, and so they're using spy satellite. So they have target select, so they're going to target the cruiser. So here's phalanx. That's missed, so there is a damage applied to the NATO cruiser in M10. Okay, there's that. Oh, you know what? I forgot a strategic nuclear attack. I forgot the nuclear cruise missile going into Belarus. So here's the strategic defense for that. Well, there it's shot down. It didn't matter anyway. All right, I think. Oh no, we got the surgical strike in Afghanistan. 4 cruise missiles. There isn't any SAM, so no AMD. A whole lot of nothing. Yeah. As I said before, if the Politburo wasn't already on the run, I think they would be doling out some disciplinary action. All right. I believe it looks like that is it for combat. There isn't going to be any non-combat, so they will place units. So Baghdad is getting 2 mechs and 2 early gen fighters. And that is suddenly a little bit crowded. Oh, the non-combat, the planes flew back where they started from. That's their non-combat. And then these guys, I'm going to put over here on this card. As I said, it's gotten a little crowded there now that we're getting land units in there. We'll put the fighters on the board because they can scramble, so there we go. And then we're putting a light infantry into Tehran. Get this stuff over here, can I carry the whole thing over there? Okay, give me just a second. Okay, I got it carried around there. So we've got 2 paramilitary that are going in here into Ulyanovsk to try to help do something to guard that flank of Moscow there. And then four more next-gen MBTs, 2 paramilitary, and 4 fighters go into Moscow. And then 2 next-gen MBTs. Well, I messed that up. I couldn't do that. 2 next-gen MBTs, 2 paramilitary. I overlooked that's a minor base. I bought 4 early-gen fighters, but I can only put 2 in there. So let's see. What do I want to do there? I spent 12. All right, we're just going to go ahead and put 2 fighters in here then. So let me go get the correct sculpt real quick. Little oversight on my part. But we caught the mistake and fixed it before it caused any kind of catastrophe. Okay, so there's all that now. What you see there is the extent of the Soviet home defenses. They're holding, well, they have troops in 3 zones. Novgorod, Moscow, and Ulyanovsk. And that's it in home country. They don't have any other defenders there. Okay, so we do money now. Well, let's see, missiles. They have 1 major air base left and no shipyards. So they get 1 cruise missile and that's it. Okay, now money. The Soviets are at 35 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, and then I believe they get 1 for Anatolia. Excuse me. Yeah, they get 1 for Anatolia is 23. And then 25, 27, 31, 35, 39. The Soviets are collecting more in bonus than they are in IPP. So 35 and 39 is going to be 74. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.